Hello Year 1, I've got a new story to show you. It's called Jacob O'Reilly Wants a Pet. It's written by Lynn Rickards and illustrated by Lee Wildish. It's printed by Hodder Books. Jacob O'Reilly had tried all he could to convince Mum and Dad he'd been ever so good. An absolute angel, the greatest son yet. If only they'd let him have one little pet. But there's his mum and dad, and there he is. He's on top of a podium, and he's right at the top, so he's number one. A podium is what you might stand on if you're in the Olympics or something and you win gold medal, you'll stand on the top of a podium. And he's holding up a sign saying, "I want a pet, please." I wonder what kind of pet he wants. So look, sitting at the breakfast table. I wonder why Mum's holding out her hand. Should we find out what Jacob's asking for? What's he holding? He's holding a comic or a magazine called Pet Weekly. He asked for a dog, but Dad didn't want fleas. He tried for a cat, but the fur made Mum sneeze. Achoo! He went through a list of small rodents for sale, but the very idea turned Mum and Dad pale. Do you know what kind of animal a rodent is? It's something a bit like a mouse or a rat. Have any of you got a rodent as a pet? If I'm not allowed gerbils or hamsters or mice, don't you think an iguana would be rather nice? He'd be awfully quiet and eat all the bugs and never leave fur or dead birds on the rugs. There he is, imagining what it'd be like with an iguana sitting at the table. Oh, please, can I have a pet? An emu can make a fine pet. Have you heard? It is said to be quite an affectionate bird. Do you know what affectionate means? If you are affectionate or somebody is affectionate, they might like to give you cuddles and be hugged and hold your hand. It is said to be quite an affectionate bird, and although it is tall and needs quite a large nest, it keeps to itself and is never a pest. Oh, please, can I have a pet? Do you think they'll say yes to the emu or not? It's rather large, isn't it? What's this? It's a walrus. A walrus would be an ideal sort of pet. He could live in the bathtub to keep himself wet. I'd comb out his whiskers and scrub his broad back and brush those big tusks when he'd finished a snack. There he is in the bathtub with a walrus. Oh, please, can I have a pet? What do you think Mum and Dad would say to a walrus? What would your family say to a walrus? I don't think I'd be that keen if my girls asked for one. Well, Mum and Dad thought about these suggestions while waiting for Jacob to run out of questions. They pondered their choices, that means think about, and finally said, why not try your own pet sitting business instead? Here's his long list of choices, and I don't think they're that happy with them. But they're saying maybe you could try and be a pet sitter, so you could be like a babysitter for pets. Then you could find out which pets you really like. So the very next day, Jacob put up a sign, "Come one and come all, any number is fine. I'll care for your pets while you take a nice break. They'll have a great time here with Pet Sitter Jake." The sign here says, "Pet Sitter Jake at your service." Got all sorts of animals here. I'm going to hold the book here. Can you name 5 animals you can see? We've got a little, what's on, let's just see what's on his arm. He's got a rabbit, a chicken, a possibly chameleon there, hamster, frog, snake. I'm not quite sure what this is, clawing at him, little dog. Hen, horse around the corner. Some kind of little bug. In no time at all, Jacob had a full house 4 dogs and 5 hamsters, 6 cats and 1 mouse. Look, they're all over his bedroom, aren't they? Oh dear, look, that one's swinging off the lampshade. There's one in a pencil pot. There's one in a drawer. Oh dear, I'm not quite sure what this is here. Some kind of slime from some animal. I'm not sure. What do you think Jacob is thinking? I'm not sure. He's too happy. What do you think? A python called Morris lay curled on his bed. The kitchen was hopping with rabbits and... A python called Morris lay curled on his bed. 2 donkeys, 5 sheep and 1 horse filled the shed. The kitchen was hopping with rabbits and hares. Oh, there's quite a lot of rabbit poo on the floor, isn't there? And somebody's zebra was blocking the stairs. Uh-oh. Now how's he feeling? Not too happy. At feeding time, Jacob was run off his feet. What does that mean, if you're run off your feet? It means you can't be really, really busy. You can't do everything. Some pets wanted salad and some wanted meat. They needed a hose down when dinner was done, and then it was time for a marathon run. Look, he's got the rabbits behind him. He's got carrots on little strings. He's got the zebra, cat, 1, 2, 3 dogs, then the horse, 3 horses, and another couple of cats, and the sheep and the python. When 2 weeks were up and the owners were back, the house had turned into a flea-bitten shack. The minute the last pet whizzed off into town, pet sitter Jake went and pulled his sign down. Why do you think he pulled his sign down? Pause the video and have a think why he pulled his sign down. What does that mean? Does it mean he doesn't want to do it anymore? Why not? And that's when he noticed a rather fine snail just sitting contentedly there on a nail. "Hello there," smiled Jacob. "I don't think we've met." And finally Jacob had found the right pet. He'd found a pet snail. Why do you think the snail was the perfect pet for him? I don't think they take an awful lot of looking at to do those snails. Oh, look. So we can see everything that he's doing with his pet snail now. He looks quite happy. So he's throwing a ball. It's taking a while to go and get it. He's got it on its shoulder, giving it some lettuce leaves, bouncing on a trampoline. Oh, look, how sweet. He's even in bed with him. And it's in a roller boot here. What's it doing over here? Oh dear, look, here, it's come out of its shell here. Oh, perfect. I love that bit at the end. Have you got a pet? What's it like? How many have you got? And what are they? What would be your perfect pet if you could have one, or if you could have another one? So we've recently got a dog, and I think he's pretty perfect. I've told you we had a chameleon before, and to be honest, I don't think I'd have another one. I think maybe I would have another dog, but I think just one for the moment is enough. A cat might be quite sweet as well, I think. When I was younger, I had rabbits. So when I was a little girl, and they were fun, I did like them, but they made a lot of mess though. Didn't really like it when we had to clean them out. I think chickens might be good because I like eggs, and that would be really nice to have some fresh eggs. I wonder, what do you think? If you had to tell someone what the best pet was that they could get, what would you tell them? Okay, hope you enjoyed the story. I'm going to do a little bit of work on this now over the next couple of days.